I think so. It's a flower, isn't it? Echidans used to believe that it was an ill omen.
Right. It grows in ditches in Emerald Stair, even now. Very resilient, as long as it gets even a little water.
Really? Oh, I'd love to see them.
If you crush the flower pods and add lemon juice and a little water, it makes a paste that would be great for dyeing your hair.
Marius, are you offering me beauty tips?
It makes it kind of bluish purple, with a little bit of shimmer to it. Looks good.
Well, dearie, I cannot wait to try it. Thank you.
It's also good for getting creek beetle dung out of leather, too. For what it's worth.
Ah, there it is. Would you like some ice, darling?
I'm not drinking anything.
Well, I remember hearing an old wives' tale that when you're on the verge of panic, you hold some ice. It gives you something to focus on, apparently. I can magically whip up some for you if ever you need it.
Right. No thanks. I'm fine.
No need to bite my head off, darling. I'm only trying to help.
Gods. Listen, I'm having a rough day and my porridge isn't sitting very well. Maybe I'll ask you for some ice later.
Well, however I can be helpful. Do you think you could teach me to shoot?
Sure, but why? You know spells that'll knock an ogre on their back.
I've seen some very pretty guns. I think the right one would fit with my outfit, and I'd hate to miss out.
Fair enough. I'll teach you to shoot if you teach me some spells.
Sure, as long as you don't make me start with Tane's chaotic orb.
Ooh, what does that one do? Now that you mentioned it, that's the only one I want to learn.
Let's see how good you are at teaching. Then we can talk about the fun spells. How to know when to be quiet. What a lovely gift to find on my pillow.
Oh, interesting. I suppose that's a good skill to master.
If I didn't know better, Marius, I'd think someone was trying to tell me something.
Right. Well, the best thing to do would be to read it. See what it's all about.
And you have nothing more to say, do you?
No, I think everything's out in the open. Why?
I know I talk a lot, but had I known it bothered you so...
Oh, no.
This is it. Ringrim was definitely here.
What gave it away? The tableau of frozen corpses? The Archmage of Terror is many things, but subtle is not one of them.
Yes, but look at them. The artistry is sublime. Can you imagine having enough finesse to make all this?
Whatever you say, Yardsley. Regardless, we didn't come across this by accident. The Archmage is trying to frighten us. Successfully, I might add.
A spell. And a very clever one. Ringgrim's using her illusions to make people choose to stay away. Everyone except us. Of course I probably can. All spells have a counter. You just have to know what it is. But we can figure that out later. Right now, we have to focus on what's at the end of that passage. Precisely. Chances are we'll die. But if we don't, we stop Ludwig and get into the ruins. So, win-win.
I like our odds, especially with you around.
Let's get going. Oh, and stay close. These are so lifelike. Poor bastards. Child's play. I'm covered in fur and even I'm freezing. Are her illusions really so powerful? Stay close. Greenbrim's trying to scare us off, but we won't let... Oh, what a frosty welcome.
It's either too hot or too cold. I miss Emerald Stair.
It's just a trick, Envoy. A well-crafted cold trick. Keep moving.
I believe that is the spear we've been looking for.
The blizzard is getting stronger. Let's try a different route.
Visitors, do you know what this moment calls for? A beautiful, macabre story that lingers in the mind. You wish to find me in my tower? You'll have to wait until I tell this tale.
We are not getting up there. Unless Yatsley sprouts a pair of wings.
There's got to be a way. Let's snoop around.
Land shaped in the dreamer's image, not with stone or axe, but with essence. Songs of ancient magic. Could we sing to them?
That's done. Walking, it's hard.
Once, a very important statue fell to pieces, and an entire village perished because it wouldn't put the statue back together again.
put these bones to rest. Yatsley, look out!
Upward, watch your left!
Watch your right! Too hot! Faster, I say! Burning! For the wheel. Speed up.
Make the decision the village could not and restore the statue. I will see you inside my tower.
We're in no position to argue. She has all the power here.
We've got company!
the wheel.
That was a close one.
That's done.
The village was on the verge of destruction, but still they argued.
How interesting. The way it's sculpted, it's like he's reaching out or begging.
Maybe it just wants to be held. Either way, it's unsettling.
Archmagi truly are inscrutable creatures, aren't they? Even more bodies. How gauche.
That stone you picked up should fit in here. One lonely piece of a disturbing puzzle.
This must be the statue mentioned in the story. Let's take another look at that book of yours. There once stood a village protected by a statue. It kept the air crisp, the land fertile, and the people safe. For a time, the village prospered. For a time, there was the thought that the winter would never come. But then the statue shattered, and winter did come, and the village could not make a decision to save itself. It looks like she wants us to know this story, so I'm sure we'll find out soon enough. First, though, we find the rest of the statue.
Puzzles are known to sharpen the mind. The Archmage must want to hone our senses.
Yeah.
Another soul for the wheel.
Yatsley, well done. Enemy to the right!
That's done. Walk the guitar.
Sometimes cold reason is necessary.
The Heart of Stone. It's quite realistic, isn't it?
And warm to the touch. Strange, though not unpleasant.
Well, I like it.
We're doing a lot of work to impress someone more powerful than us. I hope it's worth it.
I'm sure they go somewhere. Let's go see where. On your right, dear.
Don't you dare on me!
The village wanted so badly to do the right thing.
You're here for my Adra piece, aren't you? You can't have it!
Well, it's a pleasure to meet you too, dearie.
I'll die without the Adra. Please, don't take it from me. I don't want to die. I don't remember anymore. I was in pain for so terribly long. But the Adra has kept me alive. Don't let them take it away. What statue? What are you talking about? Why shouldn't I have the Adra piece? It's mine.
Interesting. This must be another illusion.
They may be an illusion, but their fear isn't.
I don't know what you're talking about. Just please let me keep this. I told the other villagers I need it. I understand everyone's in danger, but I don't want to die. Don't take the Adra piece from me. I'll do anything. Please! Is there no other way? Why does it have to be me who dies? Please, please, no.
If the village had been as sensible as you, they would have lived.
We've got the heart and the hand, which means this must be the head. But who is that?
That ought to be the final piece. Let's be done with this.
It's the lesson rather than the authenticity of the story that matters, I guess. We've got all the pieces. Quick, quick, put them in. Oh, I want to see how all of this works. It's so clever. I think she constructed this whole place to give us a parable.
Tell us what you think. Of course, I have my own conclusions, but I'm curious about yours.
Well, that's the moral of the story, isn't it? In the story, the village died because it couldn't make the decision and the sacrifice to save itself.
Reminds me of your Miss Iverno, but not in a good way.
They couldn't separate the weeping man from the statue piece and just let him die. Not even to save the whole village. And so, everyone perished. Because they made the mistake of having a heart. Life can drive us to make painful choices, can't it? Anyway, this is fascinating. This is more than just a statue. I think it uses Adra as a source of power.
I could have managed without the statue, but to each their own.
Perhaps, but it might also send us somewhere else. Clearly, we can't physically move ourselves up to Ringrim's tower, but magically? That could be a different story. With the Adra pieces connected to the statue, they might be powering her magic. Like Animancy, but much bigger. Ringgrim said that if we could do what the village could not, put the statue back together, we'd find our way to the tower. What if this statue was meant to move us from here to there? Exactly right. Adra's powerful stuff, and it's known for transporting souls. Usually to the wheel, but the theory's the same. Well, what are you waiting for? Put the pieces in! Do you know how many people ever get to meet an Archmage? Well, they can be a bit picky. Ready or not, let's go meet an Archmage. And off we go!
Tread lightly. The Archmage is expecting us, but that doesn't necessarily mean we're welcome.
We're going into an Archmage's tower. It'll all be fine. Or at least exciting.
Oh, you made it. Unfortunately, I... still have reading to do. Amuse yourself with these skeletons while I finish this paragraph.
That had better be a really good book.
What did you expect from an Archmage?
Is all that noise necessary? I am trying to read.
Couldn't have done it better.
Look at the three of you. It's like something out of a book. A godlike of an unknown deity, an exiled animancer, and a rainbow-colored wizard. All looking for a garden, from what I've gleaned.
It is her. We felt the pluck of her fingers outside our door, searching. For us? Our prison? Who is she? What does she seek?
My little puzzle was very clever, wasn't it? A challenge and a parable, all at once.
Well, now that we're done with the formality of defeating the skeletons...
So, the parable still had weight. You were still made to think. As was I. I've never seen a godlike with your appearance before. What did you think I was trying to tell you with the puzzle? Two hands of Adir, reaching for the same thing. Sadly, both of them miss. Sorry, but I'm not opening the path. Consider listening for a moment before you resort to utter futility. I came to the Living Lands because the sickness here, this dream scourge, fascinated me. This plague shouldn't exist. It can't, and yet it does. The essence of the Living Lands is falling into chaos and entropy. It's more powerful than anything I've seen. I suspect it has something to do with how the Adra has been severed from the rest of the world. I believe the answers lie in the ruins, but the essence there is so strong it's blocking my spell work, which has never happened before. Ever. No one enters Naku Kubel until I get to the bottom of this. Sorry. Curiouser and curiouser. What is so special about you, godlike? You have my interest. Show me if you live up to it. Are you? Oh my. I didn't think this was possible. Something I don't already know. I can't believe I overlooked this possibility. A god here, alone, trapped in the severed Adra. This explains so much. My magic being ineffective, the essence here being so intense. And you, godlike, with your unfamiliar appearance. You're the missing key to the lock, sealing Naku Kubel. Don't take this the wrong way, but in a different life, I'd have flayed you for my study. You are a godlike of this strange, isolated, possibly miserable god. A piece of them resides in you. I have no doubt that like will recognize like. You will open the gates to Naku Kubel, and I will study this metaphysical aberration up close. Go. Find your so-called garden. Report your findings to me. Perhaps there is more to this than either of us alone can see. My thanks in return, godlike. It's not often that Kith, or really anything at all, can surprise me. I wish you luck on your journey, if you believe in such things. Just keep in mind that countless dream thralls are on the same path. I'm sure you'll survive. If not, well, lovely to have met you. Let's hope you remain unscathed. And you, Orlan, you seem a clever one. Take my grimoire. It will allow you to dispel the barrier I have set before the ruins. You have talent. Not any mage can dispel my illusions. Perhaps when this is over, we should speak again.
You want to speak again? Yeah, of course. Can't wait.
She gave you her grimoire. Be careful with that thing. Who knows what it can do?
The ruins are far in the northwest. The people here have named that area the Deadfall Highlands. No more wasting time. Off you go. Use the teleporter behind me to leave. Or jump, I suppose, if you're feeling grim.
This would make a nice parlor, if you got rid of the corpses.
Off we go! It just happened, right? I didn't imagine it. Ringrim liked me? And my spellcraft! And she gave me her grimoire! Look, isn't it the most beautiful thing you've ever seen? You were incredible! Thank you for trusting me.
You, my dear, have a promising career ahead of you.
Oh, Quilici would have been so proud if he were here. I cannot wait to tell him. With Ringrim's grimoire, I think we can go to the ruins and find the garden.
For once, we've outpaced Ludwig. A rare advantage. I say we use it.
Then there's no time to waste. I must prepare for Naku Kubel. As must you.
Let's hope the ruins are warm. I didn't think to bring a coat. We should talk. What happened to Fior Messiverno could have been worse. A lot worse. But that doesn't mean the... And in my case, it's inevitable. No matter where Animansters, nothing enrages the gods. Don't worry. Listen to me. I failed at him, even with all the tools at my... How do I live up? I wish I could. My parents died pursuing a better future, and right now that's all it is. I have some pondering to do. Let me know. Sending my people to Thirdborn. It's a good arrangement. They get a roof over. The free settlements have enough cultural and ideological differences that we don't always see eye to eye. But when it comes to survival, there is no disagreement. We're in this together. Look, I know you didn't come to this island to help us. And yet you were here when others would have looked away. Despite everything that happened. We all deserve better. But fate decided otherwise. Well, onward to better things. If you need anything, you know where to find me. The dream scourge is getting worse. First our land, then our animals. If we don't put a stop to it, we're looking at the end of the living lands. I keep trying, as if the dreams, they haven't come to help us. Agreed. They can no longer hide in the shadow of benevolence. It's too bad. We're fighting for our lives, our souls. You really think so? My apologies for acting cynical, but I don't appreciate being... Despite everything, in many ways, Quilici has been like a second father to me. But Yatsley... Not only can she fight, she can hold her liquor. Couldn't even tell you where it goes. While I have your attention, I've been thinking. Why is Inquisitor Ludwig suddenly interested in godless ruins? She's a smart one. I'll give her that. We should be ready for anything. Something tells me Ludwig isn't finished with us yet. I don't leave Emerald Stair often enough. With everything going on, there's been no time to explore. Finally, I had a moment to myself, and look what happened. The Steel Garrote invaded the living lands. Sorry. I'm in a mood, if you couldn't tell. Only if you can stand the ramblings of a depressed bookworm. I used to think I had it all figured out. The living lands proved me wrong in so many ways. This entire island is the prison of a mad god. How is one Animancer supposed to compete with that? All we're missing is the juggling act. Maybe I'm being melodramatic, or maybe I'm not used to seeing things clearly. But what if Animancy has no future in the living lands? What if my entire career was a mistake? If a breakthrough is coming, it'd better hurry. I can't wait forever. You're a good listener as always, but I've taken enough of your time. I'll be fine, really. I'm not the first Animancer to question her life choices. If I must. Have you ever been to the Valian Republics?
A couple of times. Plenty of mercenary contracts out there. What about you? That's where your people came from before they founded Fjord.
I've never even left the island before. The republics are said to be innovators in arts, government, and animancy. But also corruption.
That's probably why there's so much work.
Yeah. Yeah.